What's up? It's Keith Kalfas. Hope you're doing well. This is the YouTube channel where I talk about landscaping, having a landscaping business, taking it from nothing or even just getting started, man, to getting off the ground and becoming successful. Now listen, I'm going to put a GoPro on my head and do some shrub trimming, but this is a monster wall of shrubs we do once a year for this client. And I figured it'd be fun and relaxing to watch me sweat and trim some shrubs. All right, let's get started.
Is this ladder wobbly? Man, so stupid. Now I gotta go all the way back down and fix it. Let me know in the comments below if you know what it's like to fix a ladder. You have to do this crap. Go all the way up just to go back. Now I'm just gonna start complaining for the rest of the video. Yo, you might be thinking like, oh my god, why doesn't he just start trimming the shrubs already? What's going on? Why isn't he trimming the shrubs? I'll tell you why. So, this is the STIHL Kombi system. It's got the carbon fiber poles. The one in the center is carbon fiber, but the spindle messed up and it didn't lock into place. If you own a Kombi system, you know how frustrating this is. Guys message me all the time talking about this. That STIHL Kombi system is awesome. It's powerful. It's a 4-cycle. It takes 2-cycle oil, whatever that means. It's sharp. It's heavy duty. It'll trim like these huge shrubs right here. I think they're forsythia shrubs. We trim these for this client every year, and we take down many, like all that, right? The extra growth. He wants us to cut lower. I said, I'll cut them in half, but you're going to pay me an extra $250 for destroying my trimmers and another $50 for destroying a chain on my chainsaw and an extra $250 to dump all the shit. But anyways, so the spindle, when you're setting up and trimming shrubs, like, oh God, you see, I'm moving the ladder now. There's a little tiny spline that goes into these little gears. It's like it's a spindle, dude. It's like a drive shaft, and if that thing isn't locked completely down and seated into place into the joints, it has to seat in and then be tied with those Tommy screws. And each and every single piece of it, what happens is it could spin, and then not only could it grind and strip these the spindle housing and the spindle itself and destroy your entire Kombi system, but it also could just spin and you got to fix it. So when it's vibrating like that, it'll come loose and come apart. So you got to make sure that you keep all the joints all lubricated and clean and maintenance it and keep it in place. So man, trimming shrubs looks so easy from the outside, but it's one of those things, it's not easy at all. Trimming shrubs is actually really, really hard. It's physically very demanding, and it takes art. It takes a lot of experience just to trim shrubs. Okay, so these shrubs are like probably 6 feet across in width. They don't look that wide on the GoPro video. But this technique that I'm using here, see how I'm trying to fight through that? It looks all stupid what I'm doing, but I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to trim shrubs like this. See how I got that extra extension on there and it's all long? Okay, I'm holding it as far out as I can. You're like, how come you don't just put the shorter extension on and trim what's right in front of you? Listen. All right, so the reason I'm trimming out all far like that, as far as I can reach, is because I understand that the actual blades that are trimming on the end of that kombi are only, what are they, 12 18 inches of blades. That means I can only trim 18 inches at a time, and it's not going to trim it in one pass. I have to go pass multiple times. Watch this. There you go. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. There you go. Now, when I make a pass, what I'm doing is I'm carving myself out a place to work. It's all long for a reason. So I'm going to carve left, right, as far as I can, all the way to the left. Now all the way to the right, so I can extend the full width of the shrub. So when I'm done, I don't have to take a ladder and go on the opposite side and trim that. And once I get my space out, I'll trim back and forth like a clock, like waving back and forth like a fan. So on the front cut, I'm trimming everything I need in the front. And then on the back cut, when I'm swinging back, I'm actually going back over everything that I had previously trimmed. See how I move up the ladder just a little bit? Just a little bit. So on the back cut, I'm cleaning up everything that's not perfect. And then when I swing to the front, I do my first cut, trimming all the tall stuff to knock it down. Watch this, watch. Knocking it down. Now going all the way back. Oh, I'm just trying to... Sorry. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm reaching as far as I can humanly reach to get as much as I possibly can while I'm in the place that I'm in with the ladder. So while you're in the place with the ladder, all those extensions, you can't reach what's right in front of you. I can only reach far. I can't reach what's right in front of me unless I started taking extensions off the combi. So to save yourself time with this, you go left, right, you trim everything and knock it down, and then on the back cut, you trim all the way back and clean up what was behind you, so you're hitting each part of the shrub multiple times, like 4, 5, 6 times. So by the time you come all the way across the ladder, everything's looking nice and clean. The thing about shrubs that, like, you're trimming these huge crazy shrubs like this, I only charge this client something like $600 to trim these bushes. It's one row and then it L's on the other side. So it was pretty decent money just for trimming the shrubs. But nonetheless, all that shit hanging out on top, like, we come by with the backpack blower and we stick it and we blow it all out. And then I'll go over it one more time just real quick to get anything sticking up. But that's all. But I'm not going to sit there and make it perfect. Like go and take a rake and pull all the shit off and then stick the blower in there and get it off. Because you'll be sitting there all day. Like when I first started trimming huge shrubs like this, I made no money. I undercharged. I'm like, yeah, we could do all that in a couple hours. And then what would I do? I would put the short extension on the combi on there because I didn't want to lift that. You know how heavy that is right there? That's so incredibly heavy. It's like I'm killing myself to do it. But I understand that I'm actually saving time. If you just start trimming shrubs that are this wide and this tall, you won't put on an extra extension and you'll only be trimming what's right in front of you. And now you got to take the ladder and go trim the whole backside. And then you'll be moving the ladder too far in between. He's holding the ladder because I'm standing on it like a V. Because see, look at that. I almost went too far with the ladder. And now see what I'm doing? See, I'm actually leaning my whole body to the right, like struggling because he moved the ladder too far to the left. And now I had to really tuck in as far as I can with the combi to just barely, because I hope that makes sense. If you use a combi with extensions, you know what I mean. But once you kind of get out there and you get going, you just get on a roll and then it looks good. Like I had somebody else try to do this, like on a day like this, when it's literally 100 degrees out and you're on that ladder exerting that amount of force with every muscle in your body non-stop. The way I do it is I'll take turns with somebody. But here's the part where you could get stuck. I've gotten so good and fast and efficient. Like what I'm doing doesn't look like anything on a video because you're watching a video. But if you were actually doing it, and let me know in the comments below if you've trimmed big shrubs. I've gotten so good at it that I can do it so fast I can get us in and out. So I'll have the guys, they trim all the sides. Like these shrubs right here, tarps, you see those tarps down over there? All the tarps have already been laid everywhere, and all the sides have already been trimmed. We're not only doing this property, we're doing a property across the street as well. So I was up on a different property. I was quoting a tree removal, trimming across the street, trimming some other stuff, talking to clients, and now I'm over here trimming the tops. I know that I can trim this whole top in like an hour. I think I did it in like 45 minutes, but you got to go non-stop and go hard. Whereas it would take the guys, dude, I watch guys screw around for 4 hours straight trying to trim the tops and they still look like shit. So it's like you train them by starting them out trimming the sides. You train them how shit should look. And then once you get them up to the point where they're getting good, then they do the tops. Like, shortly after this, I got sick of it, dude. I was like, you know what? I don't care how long it takes. I ain't doing it no more. You do it. I'll just call it the way it is. So, if you only have one guy who's a workhorse, you need to jump in there and help him and take turns sharing the really hard parts of the work. Because if you don't have two guys where they can take turns and you put it all on one guy, he will resent you and he might quit. So that's why you got to jump in there and share the hard labor with him and lead from the front and do it too.
What's up? It's Keith Kalfas with the Landscaping Employee Trap. Got some brand new STIHL HS45 shrub trimmers. I literally just bought these 5 minutes ago, so they're brand new. I'm gonna go gangbusters with them. Not in hyper speed, it's just normal speed. These dwarf Alberta spruce shrubs, they're hard to trim. You can't really do anything with them without hurting them. Save that for the combi. Trick for trimming juniper shrubs. You tilt the blade on an angle and then you let the shrub trimmings collect on the blade and push them off the edge.